Hi, this is Dr. Rodger Murphree, your FibroDoctor.com, author of Treating and Beating Fibromyalgia and Chronic Fatigue Syndrome. I'm taking a break in between patients right now, and I wanted to just remind you that I'm going to be doing a live presentation this evening. I'm going to be sharing information that I think you're going to find very helpful in your quest to feel good again with fibromyalgia. I've been in private practice for 27 years, and I've specialized in fibromyalgia for the last 20 years. And one of the common problems that I see with fibromyalgia is that they fall through the cracks, and you know what I'm talking about because most of you have been to numerous doctors and you pass from one doctor to the next, and many of you are taking multiple medications and yet don't feel any better. One of the common problems is that oftentimes you have these underlying issues or contributing issues that are not being properly diagnosed. You know, with fibromyalgia, you get the diagnosis of fibromyalgia and then they sweep all the symptoms that you have, the low energy, the brain fog, poor sleep, pain, restless leg syndrome, irritable bowel, low moods, all these things that go under the heading of fibromyalgia. They sweep all the symptoms of fibromyalgia underneath the fibromyalgia rug, and then they tell you just have to learn to live with it. What you need to realize, if you don't, and you may already know this from watching some of my past presentations, is that fibromyalgia is just a name. Fibromyalgia doesn't cause anything. It's a name given to a group of symptoms that people have in common. And once you get that name, then oftentimes doctors kind of dismiss you either as a hypochondriac or someone who's just depressed, or that you need to lose weight, or you just need to get a good night's sleep, or maybe you need to, exercise more, which should quickly tell you that this doctor, he or she, doesn't know what the heck they're talking about, because you would love to get a good night's sleep, but you can't. You'd love to exercise, but you can't. You'd love to get rest, but you can't. You'd love to lose weight, but you can't. So, when you encounter a doctor like that, you need to know quickly that this doctor is not the doctor for you. And I know it's a challenge, almost like finding a needle in a haystack, to find a doctor actually, number one, believes in fibromyalgia, the many who still don't, and two, actually knows what the heck to do with you with fibromyalgia other than putting you on one medication after the next and telling you to learn to live with it. Well, it just so happens that I'm a doctor who does know what to do. I've successfully helped thousands of patients with fibromyalgia, and that's all I specialize in. I've helped them overcome their fibromyalgia. Now, I know that sounds too good to be true, so I encourage you to check out more about what I do, my protocols, on my website, yourFibroDoctor.com. More importantly, I want to invite you to join me tonight, where I'm going to be sharing information about how low thyroid, a very common condition I find in my thyroid patients, is missed. Oftentimes patients go to their doctor with all the symptoms that we see with fibromyalgia. Fatigue, you hardly get out of bed in the morning, brain fog, low moods, tingling in your hands and feet, pain in your extremities. Your hair is falling out, maybe the lateral third of your eyebrows are falling out, maybe you're gaining weight, constipated, irritable bowel. These things that are showing up, they tell you, oh yeah, that's just your fibromyalgia. What they don't tell you is that those are the very same symptoms we would see if someone has low thyroid function or adrenal fatigue issues. And so tonight I'm going to be sharing with you about how to uncover if you do have a thyroid problem. And for those of you who are being treated for a thyroid problem, you're taking synthetic prescription medications like levothyroxine or Synthroid, but you don't feel any better. You keep going back, every 6 months and getting tested. They tell you that your TSH looks normal and they don't change your prescription. I'm going to share with you why you don't feel better and what you can do about it. So I encourage you to join me tonight, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I'm going to be sharing with you information about what you can do to start to correct one of the causes that may be contributing or certainly can be aggravating the problems that you're experiencing with low energy, brain fog, weight gain, irritable bowel, anxiety, depression, and pain. So in the meantime, I want to encourage you to go to my website, yourFibroDoctor.com. There's all sorts of free resources. If you'd like to know more about these free events that I do and be alerted ahead of time, you can go to the link here on this post. It's endfibronow.com. And if you register, then from here on out, anytime I do a live presentation like this, whether that's on a Wednesday night or during the week, during the day, you'll get notified. I do special presentations all the time. My goal is to try to present information that you can use to feel good again. More importantly, to get healthy and stay feeling good. This is Dr. Rodger Murphree, your fibro doctor, author of Treating and Beating Fibromyalgia and Chronic Fatigue Syndrome, available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. Look forward to meeting many of you and taking your questions this evening on the live event tonight. Thanks for joining me.